Hi everyone, so I'm here at the women's home today, as you can see, and it is so cold in here. Always so cold in here when I come into this house. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick update on the back of the video that I did before, where I was sharing where I'm at with this house and the fact that I said to you that I am now looking at selling the property because I am struggling to raise the finances. Have been struggling for a long time, as you know, in order to get the money together in order to renovate this house. And as you can see, it's in major need of renovation. But what's been interesting is that when God gives you a vision, and if it's God's vision, He will provide and He will make a way. And I've been studying the book of Nehemiah, where, he prayed and God, supplied everything that he needed. And it just reminded me of the fact that God is faithful to his word. He is really faithful to his word. It's just down to the level of your faith. How much do you believe that he will do what he says he will do? So just a quick update. When I put that video out a few weeks back, there was no sight of any money coming forward from anybody or any kind of inkling that I'm going to be able to even get the 18,000 that I mentioned in the video. And what was interesting was the week before I put that video out, I was in a coffee shop and I was talking to a friend about various things. And then we spoke about the women's home and I started crying because I always get so emotional when I talk about this house. It's just always a bit painful for me. Anyway, this guy comes into the coffee shop and he asks us if we have a little bit of change. And I'm like, no, sorry, I don't. And then he said, why are you crying? Why are you crying? I was like, no, I'm fine. It's like, why are you crying? I said, well, I'm trying to do this women's home and I can't raise the money. I'm just really struggling, been struggling for years. It needs a lot of work. And I just can't do it. And he's like, yeah, I understand. I know how you feel. I'm trying to build a church. I'm trying to find the money for it as well. And, it's never easy, but it's possible, it's doable. Maybe you can find somebody that's done the same as you and you can get some advice and some help from them. And he was really trying to encourage me and trying to lift my faith to, keep believing. And I really appreciated that, it was a really nice thing for him to do. So anyway, he turned around and he said to me, oh, do you know who comes to mind? And I was like, no, who's that? He says, Mel B, Scary Spice. And I had to laugh because whenever I go to America, people always think that I look like Mel B. And I get it all the time in America. I don't get it here, I always get it in America. So obviously I'm a compliment, it's a compliment. And we got the same name, Melanie Brown, Natalie Brown. She's like my little sister. I'm a little bit older than her. Anyway, so I had to laugh and I knew that God was sending this man, he was a prophet and he was sending this man to encourage me. Because Mel B does a lot of work in the whole domestic violence, and she's a real ambassador for Women's Aid and Refuge and championing domestic violence initiatives and using her platform to share, which is just phenomenal, really phenomenal. So I knew that, okay, I need to reach out to Mel B, so I will do that. And then he was again trying to encourage me, give me really encouraging words. And he went to walk out and he came back and he said, oh, I need to tell you, you're on the right road. You are on the right road. Keep going. Everything hasn't aligned just yet, but you are on the right road. You need to keep going. And when things align and when you get that breakthrough, you will never cry again. So of course I burst out crying. I was like, I knew it was a word from God. I knew God had sent him. I just knew it. And so I was like, wow. Because my faith was just on the floor, I'm going to sell the house and everything. So I knew what was going on. And he said that when he walked past the coffee shop, he saw me and his spirit just really led him to come in and to speak to me. I was this random man. So yeah, that was a huge blessing. Anyway, the following week, when I put out the previous video about, the money for the women's home, and even when I said about my builder saying, look, 18,000 to get started, to do the structural work, and when I said about, could I find 18 people that could put £1,000 each in, or 36 people that could put 500 in, you know, that video. So anyway, the day before, I got a message from my coach at the football club that I am a board director of, and the women's team that I'm heading up, saying, look, there's a potential possibility of something happening with this women's team, because we're having to rebuild the whole team from scratch because we have really a small amount of women, and so we've had to stop them playing. And he said that there's something that could really shift the whole picture of this, where it's not just one or two players come in, it could be like a whole team come in. And when he said it, I just burst out crying, because I just knew that, isn't that just like God? Isn't that like God? He does exceedingly and abundantly more than you could ever think of, dream, imagine. Now, it's not confirmed or anything like that, and we won't know for a few months if that's possible, if that's going to happen. But I just felt like God was sending me little signs again of what he can do like that. In an instant, he could change your situation. So anyway, so the next day was the last day of the month, and that was the deadline that I gave to God to say if I didn't get a breakthrough by the 31st of January, the house was going to go on the market. And nothing came on the 31st of January, so that was it. I'm out, let's sell the house, let's go, let's just... It was a mistake, it is what it is. Anyway, somebody saw the video that I posted about 18 people putting 1,000. The next day, she messaged me, she said, I'll put in 1,000. And then another person said, I'll put in 500. And then someone else said, I'll put some in. I was like, what? Seriously? You know, when you're like, just when I'm at the end and I've actually, my mind is set on selling, I'm selling. You know, when you just, yeah. And then I ended up having a conversation with a guy that I had met last year. Again, we were just talking about the house and stuff. And I was just saying, you know, my builder says 18,000, but I just don't have it, can't do it, blah, blah. And he's like, look, I could give you 18,000, you know, like that, but you'll be tied to me for life and for 18 years. And it was just funny. He was saying it in a jokey way, yeah? So I didn't seriously think he was going to give me 18,000. But just the fact that the words came out of his mouth, that this is a guy who could do it if he wanted to, but that's down to him. And I just felt like God was giving me so many signs that, again, I could just send somebody that could just give you not just 18,000, they could give you 180,000. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, absolutely nuts. I've had more people potentially, you know, want to help than the whole time I've tried to find the money. It's like, of course I still don't have the money, so until I have money, then, you know, it's a no-go still, because I'm out of time. I am out of time. But just how God shows up when you're at your lowest point, when you're at the weakest point, when you're on the verge of giving up, and when you've given up. I had given up. I said, that's enough, I'm not doing it. I really don't need this house. I don't. It does nothing for me but give me sadness and tears now. So, you know, but the way God just wanted to send little glimmers to say, I'm still with you, I'm still working, I'm still here. It's just insane. And then, yeah. So, like I said, I feel like I'm out of time. So where I'm at right now is the house will go on the market, because it just has to. Do you know what I mean? It has to go on the market. But there's still a part of me that's just like, it's not over till the fat lady sings. Until this house comes off the deeds and my name is off the deeds, it's hard for me to fully give up. And to be honest, I don't think I have the time to be able to either, because we don't know how long it's going to take to sell. So I can't just leave it doing nothing at all, or not still trying to make it work. So there's still a little part of my heart that's like, okay, whilst it's up for sale, it doesn't hurt to just keep going, does it? Do you know what I mean? Why not? Because it could take months to sell, years, who knows? So I feel like I have to keep going purely for the fact that I don't want to put myself in an even worse mess by just sitting doing nothing. But yeah. So I'm kind of conflicted with my faith at the moment because I've seen and heard what God has done over the last week. I'm like, they are definite signs to me and to other people that have heard it. But then on the other side, I'm still in this empty house that needs major renovation with no money. So I don't know whether to laugh or cry, people. I don't know. You tell me. Do I laugh? Do I cry? Do I laugh? Do I cry? Do I laugh? Do I... Or both. So, yeah. In a nutshell, that's the update. Yeah, that's the update. I had a meeting with my ex, who is also involved in the house, as you know. And that went great. He's great. He's great. I can see what the enemy's trying to do, but it ain't going to work. Ain't going to work. Ain't going to work. But I'll update you with that another time. So I appreciate your prayers, and I just want to encourage you that if there's something that you were trying to do and it's a God-given dream and God has given you that vision, sometimes he'll take it to the last minute, 11:59 before he either comes through or shows you a sign or something happens. And so I feel like I'm at the point now where this is the biggest test of my faith now, I think, where do I get out the boat and walk on water, knowing that I don't have the money still for this house, but just keep going regardless. And if it sells, just keep going regardless. Or do I not? Do I just quit, do nothing, and just let it land where it lands, you know? So, yeah, as I feel like I've carried it so long that, what's the Bible say? Hope deferred makes the heart sick. And every time I come in here, I stand here, I look around, knowing what it could be, knowing the women that need it. I was listening to BBC Breakfast, and Mel B was actually on there talking about how there is not enough funding for women's safe houses, for women's homes, for refuges. There's not enough money to be able to provide them. Hello, I have one. I have one. I have one here. Ugh. I have one right here. If I could just get the help to get it over the line. Anyway, I just wanted to give you that quick update. That's where I'm at. I will keep you updated, and I just wanted to encourage you, keep believing, whatever the dream is, whatever's in your heart, whatever God has given you to do, don't give up. Don't give up. He's faithful. He's faithful. He will do it. God is not a God that lies. He's faithful. He loves you, and he gave you that vision because he knows you can do it. And he will provide everything you need in order to be able to do it. Okay? So keep the faith. Keep going. I'm praying for you. I love you. See you next time.